I'm like, I'm at a point right now where the only way to elevate would be for me to jump back into the music, but on a new level. Let me come back with a platinum recording singer on an album track, and let them know that the best example that I can give is Rotimi. You know what that is, right? He's a singer who did In My Bed with Wale. And then he also did another song.
Yes.
You know that song?
Yeah, he's new.
So he was actually signed to T.I. He was signed to 50 Cent. This is before. But when he landed Power, he became a household name.
Right.
So now he jumped back
to music and leveraged his acting career, which is what you said earlier. So you got better street cred. Yeah. And technically, in the in the music space, you're able to jump a couple of those levels. I love it. Okay, I'm here.
So I leveraged my acting career, and I leveraged my new position. Now I'm getting clothing brand sponsors and tours set up and all of this stuff, all from acting. But that don't mean that I can't use it in the music. The music is a passion project. I can use that for whatever I want to. Nobody oversees me. So I go back to the music. I hit up a whole bunch of singers and ask them, do they want to do some tracks with me? They all say yes. At that same time, Bow Wow agrees to do an Instagram Live with me. We get on Instagram Live. We're talking about doing a song with each other. I'm in awe about all of this happening because I used to live in Ohio for 5 years at the height of Bow Wow's career.
What?
So this is like mind blowing. And it's not like, when people be on Instagram Live, they're not talking to you. They're talking to their live. I'm on live with him talking to me. So it's like, that was.
The best way to support the Work and Play podcast is by subscribing to the YouTube channel and by going to your favorite podcast player to subscribe and rate the Work and Play podcast. That's all you have to do. So if you are liking the Work and Play podcast, the content, the stories that we're sharing, and you know that this will help someone, go ahead and share the content to someone who could actually use it and help them on their journey to transition from corporate into entrepreneurship. Now let's get back into the episode.
And so I'm like, damn, I'm about to do this song with Bow Wow. I'm about to do this song with Bow Wow. Yo, I'm about to do this song with Bow Wow. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then the number that he gave me was so reasonable. But he didn't tell me how I was going to recoup the money. Got you. And when I asked him how, couldn't give me an explanation on how I was going to recoup the money.
So you paid to be on a song with Bow Wow. So in like working in the industry, artists who have a certain name will allow you like to work with them and get creative. For the first part, you pay them to be on their song. And I guess after a while the relationship builds and y'all just say, hey, let's be on my song? Or is there always a money exchange?
It depends. Remember I said the music has no structure. So you can always, it's so custom. If a person is hot, they smoking hot. Like, I don't know behind the scenes if Wale hit up Rotimi and was like, yo, I want to hop on that. Or that You're Mine Still, when Young Blue tells that story about how Drake got on it, Drake heard the song and said, yo, send me that empty verse. That's Drake. So for Drake to be like, I'm going to just hop on this, that's mind blowing. Yeah. As soon as he sends that back, hop on it. Everything, radio, throw all of that edit, do this. Appreciate the verse, bro. Take care of that.
Do what you need to do.
Do what you need to do. Like now. Everything else stops. So it really depends. If a bigger artist than me hits me up, we get to work because that's more leverage for me. I got 100,000 followers. If you got 1 million, we need to make that happen right now. But if you have 2 followers and I got 100,000, I'm leveraging you. So my leverage needs to be in the pay. And then
for the 2 followers and 100,000, the 2 follower needs to pay.
Yes.
Yes.
Needs to pay. And what you're going to get for that is going to be life changing. And then on top of that, if you do what you're supposed to do with the track that we do, you're going to get the money back. I wanted Bow to know that anybody could hop on any song with me. anybody can rap with me. But you have priceless connections that I don't have right now. So when I pay you, I'm not paying you to be on my song, even though you're gonna be on my song. I'm paying you for the rollout exchange, for the priceless connections. So we couldn't really get to a middle ground. So I ended up going with his So Def label mate, Dondria.
That's cool. Cannot beat that.
No, I can't
And
beat
I
that.
love her music.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
I'm gonna introduce y'all to.
That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, she's not far. Yeah, she's not far.
Okay, that's lit.
So I actually just got her booked for a concert today earlier.
So you guys are gonna be in Atlanta or traveling?
The concert? Our first show date is January 22nd at a festival in Dallas, Texas, which she's from Texas.
Ah,
So hometown.
hometown. That's lit. So now, it sounds like you're wearing a whole nother hat, which is like booking agents, sorta. You said you got her booked? Is that a relationship thing? Verified thing?
How do I explain it?
Yes.
Remember when I said earlier in acting that I was differentiated from everybody early? I've had the feature with Dondria. Our video has been out for less than 10 days. I'm differentiated early within the mainstream artists already. Because now I'm doing something that probably nobody has ever done for her. And now what I'm doing is, Dondria is a bigger name than me right now. So I'm leveraging her career to build my career. So now I'm getting her booked everywhere so that we can promote my song.
That's amazing. You speak about the music and the strategy and the marketing all in one, and it's very educating. So there's someone out here who's really trying to get it, right? And you provided so many different like stepping stones that a person can actually follow in their own career so that they can figure out, hey, if I want to be an artist, it don't have to be hard. You just broke down the pecking order. You broke down the process to get the blue check. And I mean, listen, if anybody really wants to work with you, then they can definitely tap in. They need to do that, especially before you get super duper untouchable. And then you really make it everything into bite-sized pieces. There's a part of the marketing that I'm curious about, which is nowadays artists are trying to be really relevant on TikTok. So they want to create songs and stuff that are gonna take flight in TikTok. And I was listening to a clip of Adele. She was talking about why she named her song 30 because she wants to resonate with the 30-year-olds instead of the TikTok era.
Okay.
When you think about marketing your songs and you're a lyrical person, how do you balance, what you got to do for marketing versus getting the quality of music out there?
That's a great question too. Me personally, I don't have a TikTok. I've been hearing about TikTok for a year now, and a couple of songs have went viral on it, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I never created one. Because when you hear a song like Corvette, people know to do the little retarded ass dance where you do and all that stuff and all that. One, I'm grown. And then two, I love music, so I'm listening to the rest of the song. But I'm noticing that when I'm listening to the rest of the song, these people don't know it. So the same people that you think are your fans, they're buying into a trend. So if the person who did Corvette walked into this room right now, you wouldn't even know him.
Right.
So that's not good marketing to me. To me, you marketing backwards. You are putting yourself in a position where you're going to be pigeonholed to the type of way that you went viral. Right, and people are going to know you for that moment of going viral, then they're going to know you as an actor or as an artist. All marketing is not good marketing. All press is not good press. All attention is not good attention. So, what's another example? That was one of the biggest ones. Oh, but that one, I'm a Savage. Nasty.
But she already had a brand before the TikTok.
Before that. Now, Beyonce's feature. Beyonce is Queen Bee. So her brand kind of diminishes a little bit when she collaborates with a Megan Thee Stallion, and it goes viral on TikTok because Beyonce is above TikTok. She's above Megan. So this could just be a passion move for her, but there's a certain level of who you will deal with and who you won't that holds the stature to who you are.
But when you think about it, though, I don't want to stop your train of thought. Because Beyonce is getting up there, right? In age. And I mean, like, shoot, she could put out an album today and the Beehive is all over it.
Right.
But the next generation of, like, pandemic babies have never been to a Beyonce concert. They don't know about Beyonce. And I think the age of young people, the attention is on TikTok. So I feel like, yes, I agree with you on, like, the diminishing to a degree of, like, the whole queen status, but the reach to, like, reach back a little bit further back to a generation that has never seen her do a performance before. They don't know about bills. They literally, they just know TikTok.
That's right.
I feel like that just, like, it gives her leverage in a way that she doesn't have at her age and at the level of like, stature that she's at.
Speaking from the business side as an artist, Beyonce has always been in a situation since she started. Destiny's Child, record deal. Solo, record deal. Under Rock Nation by affiliation with her marriage. So now she has that marketing freedom to do whatever she wants to. So that's when you hear songs like I'm Feeling Myself, I'm feeling my. We know that Beyonce in her prime would never do anything like that. And it's such a huge difference from Halo, If I Was a Boy, All My Single Ladies, everything that we love Beyonce for. So that artistic freedom now allows her to bask in her billionaire status to just do whatever.
Yeah.
So now it no longer even
conversation where more artists need to think like this from a marketing perspective, like from a strategy perspective. You talked about career strategy, like in the way that you navigated becoming an artist, then going from college to becoming an artist to becoming an actor to leveraging, like, just the way that you work in like your career strategy lit. And then when we talk about like marketing strategy, I think more artists need to talk about marketing strategy because oftentimes we think about it just as a passion. So the way you break down whichever way, and I don't talk too much about Beyonce. However, you can learn a lot, especially if we had a chance to talk to her, right? What is her motivation? Is it money? Or is it like her reaching out to touch people? Or is it some sort of impact? Or like whatever it is, there's a strategy for it. And I really appreciate being able to like spitball that with you. That's lit. So you have a couple other gems for us today. And I would love to save some space for you to like share that for sure. Because I can keep you here all day and ask you some questions, but let me know, like, what else is it that you have for us today?
Well, I guess I can go ahead and do it now. So shout out to Blessed Footsteps. I appreciate that. This is another gem I'm gonna drop on people too. When I knew that I was about to come, when me and Dondria confirmed Fly Away was going to be the campaign, if Fly Away is the title of what the song is, then everything that I'm doing needs to be Fly Away. Instagram, Fly Away. Twitter, fly away. Snapchat, fly away. Everything, fly away. So the brands that I partner with in clothing need to have a line coming out that's called
Fly away.
Fly away.
Oh.
So Blessed Footsteps was the first to agree to have their next line be a fly away line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gift you some of their clothing.
Let me see. Fly away. Now there's a song, and you know, Chad, I don't know what the legal ramifications are, but one of the songs that I really love by Rihanna and Nicki Minaj is the Fly song. Listen, Blessed Footsteps.
Blessed Footsteps.
Oh, now I haven't worn a visor in a minute, but the locks are looking real good. So by the summertime, your girl might have a little lock crown.
It's gonna hit for sure.
All right, Neil. Blessed Footsteps. Thank you so much.
Oh, no doubt.
So now that you are on this tour, like the part of your acting career, and then your artist career, how as forward, and I know you're thinking like about your career strategically, like how you can leverage. Now you have both identities that you can leverage to do whatever it is that you want. What is the next step, especially after Corona is over?
So one thing that I'm learning about this Corona vaccine thing is that it's going to take way longer than any of us projected. So I'm so glad that I went ahead and I knocked out the music video, the song, building the relationship with her, because now I can call her for whatever I want to. And acting is now slowly starting to become more, they allow 10 people on set, then they allow 20, then they allow 30. So it's about to slowly come back. So and you notice that some people walking around without a mask and people walking around with one, and it's allowed. So that means that the money is about to come right back. So now that we have this leverage, Fly Away has now been picked up for 5 movie soundtracks. So even when I'm not there, I'm there. The leverage in, remember, the car, the clothing brands, the song, the music video, because that's 2 different things. When people stream my it has a whole different code. So that code now transfers into currency. So now I get paid every time somebody uses it.
Okay, well, we have to have that in the description so y'all can check that out for sure.
It'll be down there.
It'll be down there.
And with the song, radio spins, royalties, every single radio station playing it, and in the now that we can tour it because everything is done now, show money. Dondre is also an actor. She was in the Aretha Franklin movie. She was one of the singers in the studio.
Really? I think I might have read that somewhere. That's amazing.
So now I can leverage her coming to anybody's movie. Y'all see that you filming this joint. What you got for me? Okay, $5,000 for 2 days. If I bring Dondria, okay, 50. Okay. All right, 25 each. All right, cool.
Done. All right now. You talking real spicy. We can use a little bit of this go getter in the entrepreneurship world. So as we think of if you had something else to share, feel free. But I do have one final question, because I think a lot of us entrepreneurs, there is a pecking order. Some people recognize it and some of us don't, right? But then in terms of growth, we are paralyzed by fear. We don't ask questions. We don't put ourselves out there. And you've given us so many instances where you just call folks and you put yourself out there and you make yourself known. And I think that that's a skill set that a lot of us need to build if we don't already have it. And some people come by it naturally. So as I think about like who really needs to hear it, one, what is it that keeps you kind of like putting yourself out there? And then what is that thing that you would like to share to young entrepreneurs, young artists, young actresses and actors who just need to put themselves out there and then let it go, just go for it?
All right. So I'm gonna say one more thing from the last thing, and I'm gonna answer that. Right before the pandemic hit, I got co-star in a stage play that we were just about to start touring. You get paid for every rehearsal. You get paid for every show. We did our first show in February. Corona hit in March, so it shut down the entire tour. The last song on the stage play was empty. It involved me. So now, what you think the last song on the stage? It's "Fly Away."
Oh shoot! I should have guessed that.
Since the last song is "Fly Away," who now comes onto the stage play?
You and Andrea.
Andrea, who wasn't even casted on it before.
That's lit.
So
That's
now,
social capital out the wazoo.
So now we get to tour the song on an acting stage play while acting, and then we get a whole nother check from the music. Thousands of people in the crowd every night. So now I'm streaming, video, acting, practicing, leveraging, marketing, traveling all 50 states until we go out the country and getting every single check at the exact same time.
Not to mention, you are now reaching back to folks who want to learn how to leverage that blue check and marketing status for their own career.
Right.
So that's a whole other thing.
I'm doing like 12 things at once.
But they all fit into the one thing that you're doing. You said you made your life a passion project, and you have now found a way.
So well.
Absolutely, you have literally given us a whole journey, and so now I see how everything kind of connects from start to finish. So being able to live your life as a passion project now and get paid to do it—that's the definition of work and play.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna answer that other question.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself out there.
Yeah.
My whole life, I've always been what they would call a ladies' man. It's very easy for me to talk to females. And what I've noticed is from a lot of other men, just my 26 years of life, is that sometimes they get flustered. They don't know how to, like, hey man, she bad. What do I say? What the hell you mean what you say? You go over there and you say hi. It's so many words in the dictionary. You can't think of none all of a sudden? Are you dumb? What's going on right now?
Are you dumb?
So, I've always been the type of person to just be like, if I don't shoot my shot, then nothing is going to come of it. If I do shoot my shot and I miss, I can at least say that I tried. And I can never feel bad, because if there's 10 girls in the room and I shoot my shot at all 10 and only 3 of them go, that means that 7 of them weren't for me. I've now eliminated that entire 10. So now bring in the next 10, and then bring in the next 10, and then this is a crazy example, but
that's a great example.
Okay, thank you.
The reason I love it, and it's because I'll take us in a whole nother direction, but I think men are used to putting themselves. Well, y'all have been put in position to have to go and hunt for the kill.
Right.
You know what I mean? So being able to develop it from that age makes a lot of sense. Like being able to develop it from just going after the girls now makes you a better business owner.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I learned about being able to be marketable, because if you approach a girl with the wrong clothes on, with not smelling the best, with, just something off about you, they're going to immediately notice that first. And from being around a lot of women, I noticed that another woman would come up and be like, oh girl, he's nice. And then the girl would be like, yeah, but he has bad teeth, or but this, or but that. He don't even have a car. Whatever it is, that's essentially marketing. Though you have to put your best foot forward in those situations. Most people don't know how, but I know how to leverage everything. And that's how I'm able to talk to whatever woman I want to now, because I know how to leverage everything.
So are you telling our young entrepreneurs who are males to tap into that go-getter back when you were trying to get your first hoochie mama in high school? And then are you telling women that they need to develop the go-getter-esque-ness that a young boy would have to go after his first honey? Is that what I'm getting?
Depending on if that's what their preference is.
But for real, you're equating, your go-getterness to you being able to go after women. And do you believe that that's like a learned skill, or do you believe that it's just in you?
Both. I could teach somebody what I know, but what they have inside of them is going to be the determining factor. How many movies have you seen a dude hype somebody up? Like, go talk to her. What is your problem? Just go say something. He's telling him like, yo, you got it if you just go over there. Mm-hmm. The nervousness is not actually when you're having the conversation. The nervousness is the walk over there. Once you start the conversation and you get a woman talking, everything just flows from that point.
Yeah.
Just remember stuff that she said and create new questions to make the conversation go on longer. And the longer that y'all talk to each other is the more time that she's going to feel like she spent with you. She's going to get more comfortable. Mm-hmm. She's going to start to open up more. Because at first, everything is going to be closed off. What's your name? And then she's going to give you a nickname. Halfway through the conversation, she may accidentally drop her last name. Like, more information is going to come out. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing in business. When you approach a business, they're not going to tell you nothing. But the more that you have them talking and the more conversation that y'all have is they'll be like, okay, well, we are kind of lacking in this department right here.
Bing.
You know what? We are shooting a commercial next month and we do need a singer. Hey, Don.
Yes. Bingo. I hear you. Hopefully y'all caught that. Okay. And if you didn't, rewind, get your notes and learn from this man here. Cause I feel like I learned a lot on the set. I feel like, well, yeah, we are on the set, but I really do feel like I learned a lot. So I really appreciate you sharing your story.
And I would say the last thing about that I learned about women is like the reverse psychology. A lot of dudes need to hear this part right here.
Got you.
Because it's like a stigma that when a guy approaches a girl that all he wants is, that. Mm-hmm. And he may want that. And that's a compliment to you because there's so many girls in the world that he can get that from, but he's asking you for it or approaching you for it. Mm-hmm. So it must be something special that he sees in you. And as a man, most men take the wrong route to do that because they go straight for a conversation about that and try to drop subtle hints about that, like girls are not smart and can pick up on the fact that that's all that you want. When honestly, if you go the genuine route of actually trying to get to know her, that comes a lot easier.
Same as conversations about money. Don't go after the pockets all willy-nilly. People start thinking you weird.
Yeah. You can't talk to complete strangers about a whole bunch of money out the gate.
Yeah.
So where my check at? Wait a minute, I don't even know your name.
I don't even know you. Look.
And that same thing.
I love it. Thank you for the lesson today. So if there's folks out there, which I know you guys want to stay connected and you want to learn how you can maybe align your career to Vigilantes or Remarcus Steele, whichever way you're going in your career, or perhaps they want to learn how to get the blue check, or perhaps they just want to follow you and see your journey unfold. Because I've been watching you. You've been sharing a little bit of your wins, so they get to see your wins, your highs, your lows along the journey. So how can the folks get in contact with you and how can they work with you?
So at Vigilante LOM, the LOM stands for Lights Out Music. So way back in the day when my stepdad started the label, it was called Lights Out Music. So I keep the LOM to remind me that that's where it all started at.
Love it.
So Vigilante LOM on all my social media platforms. Vigilante Vivo on Vivo. That's when you'll see my new single, Fly Away. VigilanteLOM@gmail.com. I answer all my emails. I still respond to my DMs. It's like a thing where people think that people with blue checks don't respond to DMs. I still respond to all of my DMs. It's a lot of beautiful women in there. So,
shooting they shot.
Rightfully so. And so, for the people who are aspiring to get into the acting world, do background first. If you are not afraid to contact me, then shoot me a DM and I will DM you a list of all of the different casting agencies that will help you to spark your career to where you can become a working background actor, that can prepare you to becoming a working actor, that can prepare you to then having a brand within acting. Same thing with music.
Let's go. We got free goodies if they just reach out to you. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, you know exactly what to do. One, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Work and Play podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Again, thank you so much, Vigilantes, for joining me. Until next time, y'all know what to do. I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.